Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading for the 7th until the 14th of March 2026, and it is going to be general, so please if something doesn't resonate, just let that go. And yeah, let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, light beings, spirit guides, and of course our higher selves to assist with this reading today, and also if you have any other animal or ancestral or dragon guides, Cancer, that may be helping you at the moment. Let's see what's going to jump out here. Well, great, the collaborative energy of the Three of Pentacles here. And yeah, you could be working on something with people at this time, or feeling into an energy of that. You also have the Queen of Pentacles here, so you're probably, really nurturing an interest that you have. And maybe you're feeling part of your community at the moment, Cancer, too. You could be, maybe you're even taking a bit of a queenish role. Maybe you are helping people in the community, or maybe you're leading groups or part of a group, something that's going on. Okay, I'm just going to grab one off the top here. And you've got the Strength and King of Pentacles. Nice energies. You're overcoming any inner challenges within yourself. And you're also making plans here. Okay, Cancer, you're moving forward. Let's see what's happened recently. You've got the King of Wands, also just appeared for Scorpio. And what else? The Queen of Cups. Okay. Right, it says masculine and feminine, fire and water. So for you, Cancer, I'm thinking that this could be two supportive people in your life, or it could be you and another person. Okay. Or it could also be talking about your divine, your masculine and feminine aspects. So maybe you're coming into a nice combo of those two energies in what you're doing here. And maybe this group setting is allowing you to do that, or this creative venture that you're embarking on, okay? And I think it's looking like, that you are sort of disciplining yourself here, and you're really kind of, setting goals and, moving forward. And what you're hoping for here, you've got the Three of Swords, which I think is sort of to do with some healing. And the Knight of Pentacles again. So I think there could be something healing about this creative thing that you're doing, and maybe it's part of a healing process, and that you were taking one step at a time. You're taking it one day at a time, okay? And I think you're hoping to make some steady progress with this venture. Three of Pentacles to Three of Swords, okay? So you're matching that. It's something about that venture that is it's creative, and it could be challenging at times mentally, okay? But I think that because you are bringing your masculine and feminine together, the Pentacles are feminine too, so, and this is the Swords, which is like the, masculine type of element, that's how they categorize it. But, yeah, so this is also masculine and feminine coming together. Maybe you're having to activate your masculine in a new way. Maybe you're using some intellect, your communication skills. Maybe you're going into technology a bit. And maybe this is like, causing a bit of angst at times because, maybe it's something that you're a bit unfamiliar with, okay, or that you're not used to. And that could be if you're a man or a woman, right? We all have feminine and masculine aspects. The Hanged Dragon, or possible outcome. So this just means that you're going to surrender. A possible outcome is that you're going to surrender more into this experience, surrendering into this development of cultivation of your strength here, your inner strength, but also that masculine and feminine aspects coming together for yourself. Okay. You've got here the Three of Wands, so moving into the next phase. You've also got the Lovers and the Four of Cups in your challenge. So, yeah, I mean, the Three of Wands, you know, this is preparing to move into the next phase. Another three, interesting. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Three of Wands. So, you know, definitely a creative number, the threes. And this is about you moving forward with passion and inspiration as well here, Cancer. And it's going to be enlightening. It's an enlightening thing for you. And I think a possible outcome is that you will like surrender more into this experience. It could be to do with work or lifestyle or a new hobby that you're starting up, okay? In the area of your challenge, you've got here the... Yeah, I mean, this could be... it could be talking about a relationship that is challenging or a bit boring at times, or it might be talking about your masculine and feminine again, because we've got this, you know, we've got literally fire and earth, water and earth here. We had fire and water to start with. There's a lot of masculine and feminine and duality in this image, and number three as well. So, you know, you may find it difficult at times to, I guess, move from feminine to masculine mode and to join them together. And maybe there's going to be, you know, maybe in your work life you having to adopt a more masculine role, and then as part of this new interest or hobby, perhaps you are embarking on activating your feminine. And there could be some sort of frustrations with that at times. Yeah, let's get some spirit guidance. And maybe there's something about what you're doing that, you know, you may have to utilize some strategies to maintain your motivation with it. Maybe this is something you're going to have to persevere with. But it's going to be good for the long term, is what I was just about to say. And here we have the Nine of Cups. So it's going to be really good for your emotional fulfillment, okay? Yeah. So I think this whole thing about discipline, making plans and steps, you've got Knight of Pentacles twice, so that's, you know, to do with careful planning. I guess once you've achieved a goal, reevaluating what the next goal is or the next direction, and kind of really keeping yourself focused that way. So focusing on the steps that you are working towards. You also got the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles again. And, you know, on those steps, and kind of using them as signposts of, you know, how you're going to move forward. And also giving you an indication of like, oh, okay, I've got to point A. That's awesome. Now, do I go for point B really quickly? Do I take my time with moving to point B, or do I jump to point C? Or, you know, like, yeah. So spirit guidance here is for you to pay attention to your emotions, okay, and also your subconscious. So maybe looking at your dreams and becoming aware of these two aspects of yourself. One of them being, you know, like the subconscious, or the free-flowing kind of the inner artist, possibly Cancer for you, and also the other very domesticated, the one that sort of sticks to the structure. Okay, because I think it's both of these things that are going to help you on the path here. I think this could be why Spirit's popped that in there. You've got the two, you know, animals here, the wolf and the dog, and you also have the two dragons here. So it's going to feel very much like two sides of yourself here, Cancer, you know, feminine and masculine, King of Wands and Queen of Cups, which is really beautiful because the Queen of Cups talks about intuition, spirituality, creativity, okay, also introspection. And you're going to be coupling that with King of Wands, so passion, inspiration, you know, probably spiritual connection and really feeling into that, but also action. So you're going to be taking action as well. Sevens are always about self-reflection, okay, reflecting on, or it can be, of course, reflecting on the task or the project or the job role that you are fulfilling or doing at the moment, and evaluating things. I think you're going to be evaluating, and even when you're in your Hanged Man here as the possible outcome, surrendering into this new way of being, new way of working for you, Cancer. And I'm even looking at this and thinking, yeah, I mean, perhaps you were the nurturer of, maybe you were the nurturer of others, or you set up other people's things so they could be creative. Maybe you were the, you know, the counselor, the healer, the whatever. Okay, I'm not saying you can't do that now, but I'm just sort of going to compare that now with the different aspects coming through. So it's like maybe you were the nurturer or the space holder for others, Cancer. But now it's like you are going to be the activator, the creator, and the intuitive, and the you know, the one that creates. Okay, your creatorship, I think, is what this is talking about. You know, if that resonates for you. And yeah, this could be why the Three of Swords is in here, because I feel like if this is your pure creativity coming through here, because we're talking about the Three of Wands as well, which is kind of very creative fire. If this is a very creative energy, okay, that you perhaps has been repressed, i.e. the Moon, there's going to be some repressed stuff that you are working through. And I think this is why the Three of Swords is in here, because at times it's going to feel like unfamiliar, or, oh, can I do this? Or, you know, not sure if I should be doing this and all that sort of stuff. That's just probably ego stuff coming up, Cancer, to give you a bit of a hard time, if I can say that. But you've got this beautiful Knight of Pentacles, which is a really grounded and steady kind of energy here. So when you get this sort of stuff coming up, like maybe you feel triggered, or you feel like self-doubt and all that type of thing, maybe going out in nature, just taking things slow, doing a slow ritualistic practice, perhaps something like Tai Chi or yoga, or something that brings you into your center and really grounds you into feeling like you are part of, you know, you're connected to spirit, you're connected to Gaia, or the earth, and you are just a beautiful conduit between those energies. Okay, something that really helps you to ground and to, I guess, move away from this perhaps energy of being in the head, which can just be subconscious stuff that can come up and snowball. Now, I'm not saying that all subconscious stuff is unhelpful. Okay, what I'm saying is that some of it is, and you'll tune into what is and what isn't helpful. Okay, with regard to your subconscious coming up for you. Yeah, and because this is the Nine of Cups, this is your emotional fulfillment. So Spirit's also saying, you know, do the things that make you happy. If you feel you're going into like low motivation, Four of Cups in your challenge, just go do something that lifts your frequency, makes you feel happy, and, you know, and before you know it, you'll be back on track with your, you know, your artistry, your new project, your new way of working, whatever that is for you. Yeah, let's look at the bottoms of the decks now. Six of Swords. Yep, that makes sense. Moving into harmony. Okay, traveling towards, or moving towards, with your inner landscape, moving towards something more peaceful and harmonious for yourself. Cancers are generally very giving signs, so I feel like this could be a reading for some Cancers out there too, who are starting to feel into their creatorship, their creative energy, which is that projective masculine. Okay. Three of Cups, another three. Okay, so this is the start, and this is joy as well. We've just mentioned doing something that you love to do. Going out and mixing with people of like mind. Yeah. You now have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Three of Swords. Okay, Three of Wands. You've got all those elements of the three. So the number three could be, you know, you could be seeing the number three a lot is what I was trying to say. The Emperor. Yeah, you are recreating your own foundation. You are building quite possibly like a new life or a new way of being, a new career. Maybe you're building a new home or something like that. Okay, or maybe you whatever it is that you're doing, you are calling upon more aspects of yourself than you have previously. Most likely. Wow, 10 of Cups. What a beautiful one to end on. Yeah, this is like the happily ever after, Cancer. So I think whatever you are onto at the moment, even if it feels like, even if you wonder at times whether you should be doing it or not, if it really speaks to your soul and you feel that you are moving into strength and it's sort of enlightening and it feels like it's healing or it's a cathartic process, or it's creative and, you know, all of that stuff, you're probably on the right track. Okay. Yeah, this is just fantastic. I can't believe it. Emperor. Okay. Coming into a really strong position here, Cancer. So I hope that's been helpful. Yeah, look forward to your next reading. I think we might wrap it up there. Yeah, in the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week. And, you know, you have the strength to do this, Cancer. Okay, strength, Knight of Pentacles twice, which is guiding you to ground yourself, work out the realistic action steps for this whole process. I think it's a process you're engaging with at the moment. So, yeah, until next time, have a great day, fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.